Well, let's see if this thing works. They call it the internet, and I hear it's the next big thing. Hello, check 1 2 1 2. This is the Landau Live from Logan webcast, Sunday, April 19th, 2020, as we practice safe social distancing from home. Let's see if this works. Can we get to Landau Live in Logan, West Virginia? I see Landau and a guy in the background who may be a bandit, or there he is. It's Bob Noon.
6 feet away. Hold on. Burke. Hold on, pull right there. 6 feet 2 inches.
Perfect. We're legal, live and legal. I love it.
And it was getting hot. I had to take this off, so I had to push him away just so I could breathe.
I don't blame you. Hey, thanks everyone for tuning in from all over the country, all over the world for Landau Live from Logan. This is our first attempt at the webcast. Please be patient with us. Thank you so much to our partners at Headline Books and our sponsor of the program, Robert Noon Adoptions and Legal Services. Bob is not only our attorney, but also today our piano player, and we appreciate that.
That's how cheap you are.
That's right. We're keeping it all in budget. We also have folks in Morgantown and Manassas helping to run the whole show tonight. If you have questions, if you have comments, please let us know. I am hunkered down here in Washington, D.C. We've gotten over 500 shares, hundreds of requests. We just want to cheer people up and make them happy tonight. And we're going to do some internet hellos, some requests, dedications. And the first one, Landau, is from Kim Allison. And Kim writes that she and her sister met you when you did a concert in New Bern, North Carolina with Vaughn Lewis from Green Book and Abby as well. And that was a great show. We did that for the veterans down there. And hi also to Bill and Susan Stafford who are watching down in New Bern. Also, Debbie Jones wants to hear a Sinatra classic. So let's kick off Landau Live from Logan with Fly Me to the Moon. Take it away, guys.
Okay. And we'll find a key here. The social distancing didn't allow practice.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Feel my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Take it away, Bob. Won't you feel my heart song? Let me sing forevermore. You are all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Oh, that's fantastic. If you're just joining us on Facebook, it's Landau Live from Logan, the webcast. I'm Burke Allen. I'm in D.C. We're taking lots of questions. Already, Landau, I'm looking here. We see folks that are listening and watching from Nevada, California, Florida, all over your home state of West Virginia. And here's a fan question. I know we should have talked about these beforehand. Most memorable concert that you've ever performed?
I remember actually all of them, but the most surprising one was probably in Sacramento, California. I did
The California
like
State Fair.
this California State Fair, and I got on stage. I actually opened up for the Doobie Brothers, and yeah, they tried to give me a doobie.
Well,
There
there
could be children watching this. There could be children watching.
No, but anyway, it was exciting because opening up for the Doobie Brothers is huge. But then actually, the first 3 rows were all women from West Virginia, and they had on "I Love West Virginia" T-shirts with "We Love West Virginia" and Landau on them. And that just blew my mind because it was the first 3 rows was all like ladies in their early 50s up into their probably their 90s, and there was 3 rows of them. It just blew my mind because that's like the biggest fair like in America, right? State fair in America.
it was huge. Yeah, California State Fair was huge. I remember Rick Springfield was staying at our hotel that night, and we had
Yeah.
dinner at the same time as Rick Springfield.
Yeah.
That was a great night. That's also, Bob, you may remember this one. That's when part of the band couldn't get there because there were weather issues. Landau, I think, got laid over in Atlanta. Our band leader had to fly into San Francisco and drive down to Sacramento. So,
And that was to date, that was our largest gig since Landau won America's Got Talent. So here we are in California, and we can't get everybody there until minutes before a show.
that's
It was,
right.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. So Kathy Young Spooner is watching in South Fork, Pennsylvania, and she would love to hear "The Way You Look Tonight." Oh, what a great
Ooh.
song.
Okay. And now we may have trouble with that bridge. Listen, I want my wife. We'll dedicate this to my wife too. So sing it like you mean it, Landau.
Yes, you're lovely. Don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you. And the way you look tonight. Lovely. Don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you. And the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, touching my foolish heart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Yes, you're lovely. Don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight.
That's nice. Nice. Kathy in South Fork, Pennsylvania. That one's for you. And thanks to everybody who's chiming in. And we got folks watching from Delaware, from Alabama, Brazil just checked in. Thank you, Brazil. Atlantic City, Landau, where you'll be on the Christmas tour this year. Ohio, people all over. Oh, here's a nice one. It says here, oh, wow, today, April 19th, is my daughter Braylon's 8th birthday. If you could
Great.
sing happy birthday to her, she would love it. We're huge fans. Landau, we met you in Las Vegas this past August. She was so impressed with you that she did a book report on you for school. So for Braylon, happy birthday. Can we do happy birthday, guys?
What key do you do?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braylon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Nice. Nice. Folks are still rolling in from all over the internet, Landau. We're up to almost 1,000 people watching now from all over the world. And several folks have mentioned that tribute that you participated in for Bill Withers, fellow West Virginian. And I was there the night you met Bill Withers. What do you remember about that night?
I just remember how down to earth he was and very funny. Like, it was like talking to my uncle or my dad or somebody. It was, and now I get, why he like blew up so big and then walked away from the fame and just, stayed grounded. He gave me a lot of great tips on just how to just remain who I am and not worry about the money and not worry about all the fame that comes along with it. Just stay grounded and stay rooted. So, I mean, he's always and forever going to be in my heart. This is super funny. He was super funny. He almost got me kicked out of the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame. We were laughing so hard that we almost got kicked out of it. I'm not even going to tell the story of why right now, but it's hilarious.
And, special thanks to Michael Lipton, all the folks at the West Virginia Music Hall of Fame for not only inducting Bill, but giving Landau that Spirit of West Virginia award. And we love the Hall of Fame. Love Bill Withers. And we've gotten so many requests for you to do Bill Withers songs. Let's see. We've got Pat Bryant, Beck Burgess, a whole bunch of folks. So what about Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine?
Okay. You ready?
Let me find the key.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Want me to start it? Let me start it.
Yeah.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's just house, just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 I know. Hey, gotta leave the young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
Nice.
Tribute.
Love it. It's Landau live from Logan with attorney and original piano player Bob Noon helping us out, perfectly socially distant, 6 foot 2 inches behind Landau. Are we still good?
Let me see if we got.
We're going to check.
Let's see.
OSHA requires us to check. Yes, 74 inches. That's 6 feet plus 2 inches.
2 inches.
Perfect. Perfect. Hey, we've got a note here that 2 of your youngest fans, Jasper and Wiley, are watching Landau. I love it.
Hey, Jasper and Wiley, what's up, guys? Hey, y'all keep playing basketball and doing all that good stuff you guys are doing in school, man. It's amazing.
And our friend Vaughn Lewis, who's one of the stars of the Academy Award-winning movie Green Book, is watching from North Carolina. Hey, Vaughn.
Vaughn Lewis, what's going on, buddy?
Shout out to Abby.
Shout out to Abby and the new member of the family, the little baby. They got
Little
a nice
Grady. Yep.
little Grady, little beautiful baby. And it's cool because like before all this quarantine stuff, I got a chance to hang out in Times Square with Vaughn. You know, so it was really fun just to hang out with him and share some experiences together and just good social time with him. It was really fun.
These great people. I remember when you guys did that show in Atlantic City with Bobby Rydell, and of course Vaughn played Bobby Rydell in the movie.
Yeah.
They got a chance to meet for the first time. What a great night.
Yeah, that was amazing. Wasn't it at Oceans?
Yes.
Oceans in
Resort
Atlantic
Casino,
City. Oceans Resort in Atlantic City. I can't wait to get back there with Dave Damiani and the No Vacancy Orchestra, or either with my band or whoever. It was fun being there. I love Atlantic City. I love how they redid the boardwalk and everything. Shout out to AC Mike, who's out there holding it down, and Dave Damiani, double dizzle. Check us out at 8:30 every Friday on the DL. That's a show that me and Dave Damiani has live on Facebook. So check it out.
Trying to stay active. And people are asking about your concerts. And of course, we had to postpone several of those. For the first time in 10 years, you had to postpone concerts. It looks like if things go well right now, the first concert back will be Saturday, July 11th at the Robinson Grand, which is a beautiful new performing arts center in Clarksburg, West Virginia, out to Reno, Nevada, July 20th for their Art Town Festival.
Reno.
These are still on the books. We're going to do a whole week at Busch Gardens in Colonial Williamsburg, July 24th through the 30th. The Wheeling Symphony for Labor Day weekend. Down to Texas at the Texan Theater right outside Dallas and Greenville in September. In October, the Good News Mountaineer Garage Ball. November, down to Stuart, Florida for a charity show for the kids there from Samaritan House and at Mariner Sands. And our Home for the Holidays tour kicks off December 11th in Parkersburg. That was our show that was earlier this month. It's been postponed in Parkersburg, December 12th in Atlantic City. And make your plans now. Valentine's weekend 2021. Landau is already booked to perform out in Las Vegas, Valentine's weekend. All right, Landau. We've got a whole group of students that are watching from the middle school there in Logan, West Virginia. And I guess you went by to visit them for Martin Luther King Day or Black History Month?
Yeah, Black History Month.
And their teacher, Mrs. Adkins, is watching and listening and wanted to know if you could do Stand By Me by Benny King.
Oh, wow. I've never really done this song.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night, ain't it? When the night has gone and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand now, stand by me, stand by me. In the sky that we look upon should crumble and fall, or the mountains should crumble to the sea. I won't cry, no, I won't be afraid, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me. Whenever you in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me.
I love it. I love it. Landau, live from Logan, and I'm live in Washington, D.C. Burke Allen from Team Landau here, and thanks to all the behind-the-scenes folks that helped put this together. We are on purpose a little lo-fi today. This is a hometown show from Logan, and Bob Noon and Robert Noon Legal Services helping to sponsor. I'm going to ask Shaylee in our office if we can do this, and we're trying to do this from all different places, different states. If she can put up some photos, and Landau, I just want to look at some photos from the past and see what you can remember, and hopefully, if this works, you'll be able to see them on the screen here. Oh, yeah, we got it. So there he is. Robert Noon Legal Services. All right. Oh, this is all the way back. Wow. Look at that. When you see those pictures of you 10 years ago on America's Got Talent, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Just a life-changing moment. You know, it changed my life forever. Me right there beating on my chest was, you know, after receiving like great compliments from Howie Mandel. And I was like, thank you so much, you know, and the show right here, that's at Caesar's Palace. You know, after I won, I headlined my own show in Caesar's Palace, and all these other acts were actually the acts on there with me. There's the Silhouettes, Pop Life, Landon Swank.
There's the kid that won in Australia. What was his name? Jack
Vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Vengeance is in there. He's on, you know, all the way to the far left at the bottom. And that little group of kids right there is Pop Life. You can see Kalani right there. She's doing stadiums right now. That girl is phenomenal. She's like the new Kalani. I can't even like compare her to anybody. She's doing great things right now. And those Pop Life kids, if you ever watch like Motown or Soul Train Music Awards, they do like they're like the house band for all of that stuff behind the scenes. And then the Silhouettes are still doing their thing. They was actually on the Champions again this year. And the one at the top right is, you know, the finale. That was the last moment. That was the last song, and I sung My Way. And I remember at that moment, I was so scared that like the sparks that was coming down out of the ceiling was gonna set my hair on fire.
Have a Michael Jackson moment there.
I was about to be like Mike, like, oh God. You know, this is a Coca-Cola moment or Pepsi or whatever you want to call it. But I just remember telling them like, because when I did rehearsal, they had me like standing like right in the sparks. And I was just like, no, I got a lot of hair. Like, yeah. So then I made them like move the little steps that I walked down. I didn't even want the steps, but they thought it added a great touch, and it really did. So it was like 3 steps that I had to walk down, like a little half moon type steps. And they scooted it up maybe, you know, 3 or 4 feet so the sparks wouldn't hit me. But like all these sparks came down behind me. I mean, that's just a life-changing moment. And right there with Nick Cannon was just phenomenal. It was like standing on stage with my brother and my cousin. He was so down to earth, you know, and after they announced it, all the confetti came from the sky. I remember I swept up like a whole box full of the confetti, and I still have pieces of it like right now. You know?
I love it. I still have my my Las Vegas America's Got Talent Live VIP backstage pass. That's great. All right, let's see a couple more of these pictures. What else do we have in the show? Ooh, who's that?
Miss Patti LaBelle. Oh, that was red carpet after winning the show. Me and her took that picture.
Now, there's a great story, Landau, in your book on Headline Books, From Washing Cars to Hollywood Star, where you go out to sing, and this was live. You sing with her, and Patti LaBelle, incredible, legendary singer, forgets the words to the opening of the song, and you guys are on live television.
Oh, I don't think she forgot it. She started in the wrong spot. And it's like when she came out on stage, and anybody can go back and watch this if you think, you know, I'm not telling the truth. When she came out, after I introduced her, she was supposed to start singing from that moment. But she came out giving her her accolades and her love and support for me and hey Landau, yeah, oh, baby. She was doing all of that and just all these ad libs, and then she came into a verse that was the verse that she was supposed to start in, but just her being so professional and me knowing where we was at and the background. I remember looking at one of the background singers. I actually took the background singers to Vegas with me. Laura Johnson and another girl, I can't remember her name, but one of the girls, she looked at me and was like just shaking her head like she on the wrong part, baby. And I was like, don't worry about it, I got it. And then you see me do like this with Patti LaBelle. And that's when we go up to the high part of the song, because if we didn't do that, she would have tried to sing the next verse and the band would have been somewhere else, So, but that was a scary, scary moment. But Patty's she's a pro. She probably knew what she was doing all along, but it scared me for sure.
I bet. Sure. We're getting a whole bunch more requests in, and we're going to try to get to as many as we can. Let's look at a couple more of these pictures very quickly. What's next here? Oh, that's where they named the street after you in Logan. Is that still Landau Lane?
Yes, it is still Landau Lane, and that was like after they put it up. I didn't even know it was like up yet, and then somebody called me, and then they took the picture. Like the people who actually put it up, they made me stand in front of it and took that picture.
I think it's on Google Earth. I think that's an official thing. All right, what's next?
Yeah.
What do we got? The Boston Pops Symphony
Boston
Orchestra.
Pops. That's me and Glenn Leonard, one of the former singers of the Temptations.
With the Boston Pops. What
with
an
the
honor
Boston
that was.
Pops.
And
that
you
was
sang there 4
amazing.
times, right? 4 times?
Yeah, I've done 4 shows with the Boston Pops. And the Boston Pops came to me because of my actual piano player, Dwayne Flesher. He's, he went to Berkeley College and he spent a lot of his life in Boston. And so like once we started doing shows, I did a show, I think, with the West Virginia Symphony Orchestra and a couple of other bands like that. And he came to me one time and he said, Landau, you got to do the Boston Pops. And I was like, what's the Boston Pops? And he was like, and with me, I was just green to it. I didn't know what he was talking about. He was like, it's one of the biggest orchestras in America, And I was just like, really? And he was like, yeah, you got to do it. If you ever get a show at the Boston Pops, let me know. And I was like, if I ever do a show at the Boston Pops, I'll take you. So I've took him 4 times now.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right.
He got to write a chart for this show right here. He got to write the Motown chart.
That's right. He did. He got to write a chart for the Pops. I don't think that Dwayne is in any trouble with the guy who's backing you up today. I think, it'll be all right. All right. What's next here?
His job is secure, Bert.
That's right. Next slide.
Secure.
That was in Charleston at the governor's
inauguration.
Yeah. I see. Oh, wow. I see. Oh my God, that's crazy. I didn't even know she was there. I see so many people in this picture. And it was hard. That's the first time I ever got to sing really outside. And I didn't realize how hard it was to sing outside. And it was windy and kind of cold that day.
But I remember that we flew back from New York City like that day. You were doing a TV, I think, with Anderson Cooper. And we got there like 10 minutes before this was supposed to happen. You walked straight through, ran through the Capitol, ran down those steps and started singing.
Yeah, and I see Judy McCormick over here by the flag. I love
from
Judy
your hometown.
McCormick.
Yeah,
she's in there. And it was amazing because like I said, I had never sung outside in the wind. And it was very windy that day. As you can see, the flags are kind of blowing. So, and then I didn't realize that they were going to let off those cannons. It was just like, boom, boom. And I was just like, am I back in Detroit? What's going on?
Dive under the podium. All right, what's next here in the pictures? With the Washington Wizards. Now, you've gotten a chance, you're a big basketball fan, to do halftime shows for the Wizards, Oklahoma City Thunder, and for the Los Angeles Lakers. How was that?
And the New York Rangers.
That's right. Yeah, hockey at Madison Square Garden. Do you get nervous singing in front of that many people?
No, I think that motivates me. I think the fear of it all is the motivation. I think if it was 2 people in the room, I probably wouldn't, perform the way that I do. I think the fear is what keeps me moving and keeps me going. The larger the crowd, the better. I feed off of that energy, And I remember being on America's Got Talent when it was Vegas week, there was no audience. And if you go back and look at those clips, I sung the songs, but I didn't I didn't perform it like I would normally do it, and they gave me an extra chance like after that because they was Howie Mandel and Sharon Osbourne was just like, no, he just needs an audience. He's clearly an audience type, performer. So this right here, he was just singing the song, but he didn't perform it. But we're gonna send this guy to Hollywood, and I guarantee you, on the live shows, he's gonna turn it up, and that's what I did.
Well, we may look at some more pictures later, but we need to get back to the music now because the requests are piling up. On this next one, Bob, we need a guitar. There's a young lady in Riverside, California, who is watching tonight. She's originally, though, from your hometown of Logan, West Virginia, and my hometown as well. Her name is Michelle Crestfield in Riverside, and she wants to hear something that reminds her of home. So I think we've got just the thing. Bob, hit it.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, go. All my memories
Gathered around her.
Minus lady, stranger to the water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty tis the moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. I hear a voice on the radio, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Traveling down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, oh, take me home. That country road.
Fantastic. Live from Logan, West Virginia. Country Roads from Landau Eugene Murphy Jr. Lots of mountaineers all over the world love that song.
Burke, we got a request on here that somebody would pay money if he would do Baby Shark.
I see that. Yeah. From Northern Illinois, she says she will make a donation to your favorite charity. And I happen to know you love many charities. Children's Home Society of West Virginia, near and dear to your heart. They take care of kids right there in the Mountain State. The Baby Shark song. This will be a first ever.
Maybe the only ever.
Here we go like this. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark doo 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 doo. Baby shark. Mommy shark doo 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 doo. Mommy shark doo 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 doo. Mommy shark doo 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 doo. Mommy shark. Daddy shark doo 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 doo. Daddy shark doo 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 doo. Daddy shark doo 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 doo. Daddy shark. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark. Grandpa shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark doo 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 doo. Grandma shark. Finally safe doo 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 doo. Finally safe doo 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 doo. Finally safe doo 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 doo. Finally safe. I've never sung that song before in my life. That's crazy. But I got a 3-year-old, so I get to watch it all the time.
You just make our grandkids happy.
That's right. I love it. All right, now Bob, don't put that guitar down. Debbie Vineyard in Alabama has a special request, and this also goes out to Sandy Howard. Landau, Sandy says that she is a quarantine nurse who said this is the happiest she's been since this all started.
Oh,
They want to hear Wicked Wilson Pickett, Mustang Sally.
ooh, hats off to nurses too.
That's right.
Mustang Sally, think you better slow your Mustang down. All right, Mustang Sally now, baby, yeah. Think you better slow your Mustang down. All right. You've been running all over town, and I gotta put your flat feet on the ground. Oh yeah, wow. Say all you wanna do is ride around Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
All you wanna do is ride around Sally now.
Ride, Sally, ride, 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 ride.
All you wanna do is ride around Sally, ride.
Sally, ride.
Say all you wanna do is ride around Sally.
Ride, Sally, ride.
One of these early mornings, oh, you're gonna be wiping your weeping eyes. I don't know what key that is.
Well, wasn't this key, but still. It was, there's a million keys out there. We just didn't both land on the same one at the same time.
Just, if you have three, that's fine for tonight. Landau live from Logan. And by the way, if you would like to join Terry in making a donation to the Children's Home Society of West Virginia, shoot us a note in Facebook, and we'll get back to you from the office and tell you how to do that. And we appreciate all those folks who are offering to make donations. And special thanks to all our essential services folks who are out there doing their part, the grocery workers, the delivery drivers. We have a note here, Landau. Mary Ford, a nurse from Mingo County fighting COVID-19 in New York City. Sharon Campbell, who I went to high school with, is serving on the big ship out in the harbor there in New York, and is a nurse as well. So thanks to all our essential services folks. We have some folks down in Beckley at the American Legion in Beckley, West Virginia. Lots of our veterans, and a big shout out to the veterans, and also Sandy Stewart in Beckley, who would love to hear some Motown. Now, you just showed a picture of you and Glenn Leonard from the Temptations. I remember you did that show with the Temptations in Detroit, which was fantastic. So, yeah, that's right, the old Pine Knob Amphitheater. So,
Pine Knob.
Can we do some My Girl from the Temptations for these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel, Burke, like we're playing the game Stump the Chump.
Yeah.
You throw these up, we're just, okay, we're okay.
You got this.
We'll find the key. Don't you worry, we'll find it.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my girl, my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees into me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the tree. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my girl, my girl. wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby, please don't leave me, girl. Now I heard a crying man is half a man with no sense of pride. But if I have to cry to keep you, I don't mind weeping. It'll keep you by my side. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me alone. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, baby, please don't leave me, girl. Baby, 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 baby.
Oh, wow. Landau live from Logan. Bob Noon of Robert Noon Legal Services, who handles adoptions and foster care for all the kids back in our home state. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. We love you, Bob.
Thank you.
We've got somebody who's on from South Africa, Germany, Brazil, but the lady in South Africa wanted to see if there are any pictures of your band. And Shaylee, can you get back to the slideshow? Let's see what else we have on there. Hang on just a second. We're
My
in
band
many
is
different
beautiful.
places. We have some great musicians that tour with Landau. Let's see if we can see some more pictures. Oh, here we go.
Earl Ray Tomlin, governor from Logan.
Yeah, the governor. That's when you won the Artist of the Year award. I remember that.
Yeah, I still
right.
got all of that.
What's next on the slideshow here? Let's see. You and the governor.
Bill Myers from Capitol Records.
Yeah, he was an arranger of several songs on the last album. By the way, the next album is set to be released later this spring, which is fantastic. Recorded live at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
And
right?
he helped me co-write "Light Up the Night with Love," an original song that I did on my second album.
He did. He used to tour with Madonna. There's some great 80s pictures of Bill Myers with Madonna that we can use when he's wearing 80s clothes for, really, we can hold him over his head. All right, what's next? Oh, there's our Headline Books family.
Kathy Teets.
Yep, our publisher.
Rick Robbins.
Rick Robinson.
And Joe Coleman from the Platters and Joe Blunt from the Drifters.
That was the American Library Association. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm in good company right there.
That's excellent. And by the way, the book has sold thousands of copies, with #1 on Amazon.com and still available today there. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, there you are with the crew. That's you and Glenn, Bob Noon, his lovely wife, Beth, Bob Malone from the John Fogerty Band,
Miss Cora Lee, and
there's Diana Bryant.
Diana Bryant, yeah.
I turned 60 years old that night.
You did. And now no more birthdays after that. All right. What else do we have here? Oh, there's some backstage shots of you guys at shows.
Jasper and Wiley.
And Bob, you've been around since way before America's Got Talent, when Landau didn't even have dreads. He had a dread.
I dreaded when he got on the stage. That was it.
He embarrassed you. All right, what's next? Let's see here. There they are. There's the Landau Band.
Yeah.
Look at that. And the incredible Landau horn section. There's Jeff Wolf. We also have Greg Ween and Martin Saunders on trumpet. Mm-hmm. Matt James, Marty Ojeda from your hometown of Logan on sax. Incredible Curtis Johnson, Rick Tolbert on trombone. On piano, your music director, Dwayne Flesher, proud veteran of the United States Air Force. What a great guy. On drums in the back, Kenny Tackett. On percussion, there's Brandon Willard in the back.
From Shinston.
West Virginia. Danny Cecil, who was on bass from Lexington. And on guitar, the one and only Dale Roberts from South.
Oh, I thought that was Bruce Willis.
Kind of looks like Bruce Willis. Kind of looks like Bruce Willis. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, that's excellent. All right. Back to the request. We got to get through some. And And fellas, and thank you, Shaylee, for the slides. There's so many folks that have really struggled during this time of social distancing, being apart
Yeah.
from their families, their loved ones. We just got another note about someone who's social distancing right now, who's a healthcare worker who's served in a hospital and has had to stay away from her family when she gets home. Lots and lots of requests. Here's Donna Musgrave, who wrote in, Jeannie Kessler. People are asking for songs of faith. And before we play the next one, I want to ask you, Landau, how important faith has been in your own personal journey. I know you're a man of faith.
Oh, faith is what got me where I am. Anybody who read my book, about the journey of me being robbed and actually having that one-on-one with my Lord and Savior in that room. And it was just, it led me down the right path instead of like going to the negative, which where my mind was actually going because I just got robbed. So I felt really bad and angry. But, my faith actually helped me see the good in the bad. And the good was I had nothing to lose and everything to gain from that point. So it's just like, okay, they took my furniture, all my clothes, everything. So what else is there? Go get on the big stage. So happened that commercial of America's Got Talent came on and I signed up, and ever since then, my life has been, a blessing, not only for me, but for a lot of people around the world, but it was my faith that allowed me to see the good and the bad. So, yeah.
Let's play some songs of faith now.
What are we going to do?
I was thinking of one, Burke, that 10 years ago, before America's Got Talent, Landau came down to Alabama, and we got invited to play at the First Presbyterian Church of Anniston around the 50th anniversary of the Freedom Riders. And this was a song he did at that church in Anniston called People Get Ready.
Oh, man, he throwing one at me right now.
We haven't done it for 10 years, but that's
I know.
It's a few years amongst friends.
Oh, my God. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. Don't need no ticket, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no baggage, you just thank the Lord. People get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board 'em. There's no room for all who love the most. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances are thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place from the kingdom's throne. So people get ready, for the train is coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All we need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You just thank you, Lord. I can do a verse to this. Let me see. Amazing grace, High key, but
Stuff the tongue out.
sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're strong. I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call me, call me. Oh, baby, now call me if you need a friend. Oh, baby, now call me if you need a friend. Oh, baby, now call me. Call me. Another shout out to Bill Withers.
The late, great, legendary Bill Withers and Landau live from Logan, the webcast. Thank you all for all your requests, and they're coming in from everywhere. Canada now watching and listening. Here's some folks that were at the last show down at Heidi's down in Florida. So many requests that we don't have time to get to. We're almost out of time. Do want to remind folks that if you would like to make a charitable donation to the Children's Home Society of West Virginia, send us a note in Facebook, and we will get back to you and be happy to take those donations. And Landau, of course, unable to tour now. If you'd like to pick up some Landau Tour merchandise, you can get that at LandauMurphyJr.com. Have a T-shirt, a CD.
Thanks in advance.
That's right. We could sure use that and pick up and support all your musicians who are unable to tour right now. Pick up a T-shirt or a CD right now and help those folks out. And for our last song, guys, I'd like to have you dedicate this one to all the essential service personnel. And I think about them, and I know you do, Landau. You and I talked about this when you go to the grocery store. Who would ever thought that the men and women that are stocking the shelves would be such an important part of this country? The UPS guys, the delivery drivers that are out there, the folks doing carry out in restaurants and delivery, delivering the pizzas, the men and women, of course, that are in the hospitals, working in the nursing homes, those home health aides. So let's make this last song for
Bankers,
them.
everybody.
That's right.
My sister's general manager of Co-America Bank in Detroit, Michigan. So she's got her gloves on and her mask, and and then they're around money, so it's really kind of weird.
Yeah, you got to be very careful and stay safe and stay healthy, because we all want you to come back out to Landau shows. We want to be back on tour and spending time and visiting with you. And Landau's a hugger, man, and I know it's hard for you to not give any hugs right now.
Oh man, and it's been like me being quarantined has really been kind of weird, because I'm so used to like being able to just leave and go get on the stage and do what I love to do. But as far as like being home and in the house, I do that anyway. When I come home from the road, I'm in the house 24 hours a day, being a full-time dad. Unless I take him to like the playground or, McDonald's or something like that, we're always in the house. So I'm kind of used to it, but at the same time, I'm ready to get back on the stage. I'm going crazy.
All right, Bob.
And I miss all my fans. I miss my band, and I know they're missing it too. So I just can't wait to get back out there. But right now, we all need to keep practicing social distancing, washing our hands, and and just staying in the house as much as possible unless you really have to go out and get those essential things like toilet paper or food and things like that. And if you see a crowded store, just don't go in. Just wait till everybody like kind of filters out, and try to stay away from people as much as possible. It's good to wave at somebody from a distance or speak while you're going by, but keep your mask on. I got my mask. I wear it even when I'm driving my car or when I go into the grocery stores. And there's another thing, a lot of people don't have masks. You can also take your hoodie. Anybody who has a hoodie, take your hoodie, turn it around, and put it on. And then you pull the hoodie up over your nose and then pull the string. And you'll have a mask like this. Easy.
We want you to stay safe so that we can give you those hugs and we can love on you later. We can all get together again.
Exactly. All those old lady kissing on me, I got to have it. I got to have it.
All right. Hey, Bob Noon, any final words from you? First of all, thank you so much for sponsoring the show tonight. We appreciate you doing this.
It's a pleasure. And, I didn't expect I expected him to have a real pianist, because do you remember when we started putting together the road show? And
all those years ago.
Why don't you play piano? And what did I say?
Yeah, you said you can now Landau can now afford someone that can actually read music. So
yes. But it's been a joy being back with Landau, and I enjoyed working with the team all the time. The last thought is, who would have thought 2 months ago that I could go to a drive up at a bank and ask for money wearing a mask?
Yeah, I just want to see you take your hat off so we can see your hair, since you haven't been able to get a haircut in a long time.
It was supposed to be cut 8 weeks ago. Let's not go there.
I did my own hair, as y'all can see.
Let's see that.
And I groomed myself.
Yeah.
You look lovely. You look lovely.
Some skills. I got them skills, son. I got them skills, son.
All right, gentlemen, this one for the essential service personnel. So I want you to put everything into it. These are for all those folks all over the world.
Okay, Landau, you're going to have to keep me on beat here.
Okay, I'm going to try to do this. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I made some bad rides. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. We're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me, baby, won't you please see through? 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. You taught me a precious secret of a true love, holding nothing. Came out in front, but I was hiding. Now I'm much better, and if my words don't come together, listen to the melody, 'cause my love is in hiding. I love you in a place where there's no space or time. I love you for all my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember we were together. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. I there's no space or time. I love you for all my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember we were together. We were alone, and I'm singing this song to you. I love you in a place where there's no space or time. I love you all my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember we were together. We were alone, and I'm singing this song to you. We were alone, and I'm singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you.
Thank you to all our essential service workers. Thanks to everyone who's sheltering at home and self-quarantining. Thanks to Team Landau, to Shaylee and Peyton, Kathy and Ashley for helping put the broadcast together tonight.
To Burke Allen, media
Burke
strategy.
Allen.
And all the wonderful fans out there who are watching and always supporting me from day one, through all the good times and the bad times. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to share my gift and my talent. You know, I want to thank AGT, America's Got Talent, NBC, for giving me the stage and the platform to actually share it with the world. And, you know, thank everybody out there on the front lines doing their part. And everybody continue to practice social distancing and washing your hands and keeping your family and your loved ones safe. Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody. For Robert Noon Legal Services and Landau Eugene Murphy Jr., we appreciate you watching Landau live from Logan. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless. Bye, everybody.